It can happen to any of us. You get in an auto accident and your car needs body repairs. But auto body repair is no longer just hammers and body putty. It's high tech and a highly skilled line of work. It takes an expert to make repairs, match parts and paint colors to return a vehicle to new. Training and education for the auto body repair profession is right here at the Applied Technology Center, also known as the ATC, at Metropolitan Community College. And it's here that students learn the skills and the art of auto body repair. In this edition of Metro and More, we're going to hear from an alum who has a good head for details. I'm Kent Pavelka, and thanks for joining us. Greetings from the set of Metro and More at Metropolitan Community College, serving more than 50,000 students with over 120 programs at our 8 locations in the daytime, evening, weekends, or online. Hi everybody, we're here in the Auto Collision Technology Shop at MCC's Applied Technology Center, and with me are MCC alum John Sparano IV and MCC instructor Pat McKibben. And it's going to be interesting to chat here about your relationship and what you've done here at the ATC. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
John, let's start off by asking, when were you a student here?
I was a student at MCC roughly 3 to 4 years ago. I wanted to take graphic design. So I started with the general courses, some business courses, history, stuff like that. Went into drawing, computer stuff. And my wife and I decided to start a family, and once our daughter was born, I decided to put the college stuff on hold. I was dabbling in doing some custom painting, and a friend of mine who's also an instructor here said, hey, you need to get a hold of Pat McKibben and talk about taking his custom painting course.
Why? I mean, what at that point, what would that have allowed you to do? What was your thought process? I
wanted to take it because I wanted the ability to have the, how do I want to say it, the courage to do it. I mean, I knew how to airbrush, I knew the steps to it, but I didn't have maybe the drive or the courage or to do it. That's why I wanted to take a class, have somebody like Pat that's been in the industry for a while, reassure me that I can do it. Yeah,
but I mean, you've got the helmet head shirt on. Mm-hmm. You had in mind making some money.
I had in mind, yeah. Everybody, when you start a family, you're never ready for it, so you're always looking for that extra dollar to help buy formula and diapers and stuff. So I figured if I could do this on the side as well as my full-time job, right, I could help pay for that. So that's why Helmet Head Design started.
Yeah, and we'll take a look at the helmets. Pat, tell us about your relationship here as an instructor.
Relationship with John is when he came here, he already had an inkling of what he wanted to do. As he was saying that, I said he needed the confidence. So what we did is we installed that confidence in him. I showed him that what he was doing was the correct way to do it, showed him some extra tricks, and then John now is, after years of being in this business, John is teaching the teacher. We still communicate on a regular basis. Sometimes when I've seen some of his work and know that he's very competent in what he does. So what I do now is I call him and ask him for advice, and he also comes out and talks to our students when they're taking this class to tell them what a success you can be by just taking a few classes, different things. If you have a plan in mind, you can take it however far you want to take it.
Yeah. So the class's name is called what?
It's just our custom paint class.
Custom paint.
We have these other electives just to go along to get students involved in other things. They see it on TV. They think they might want to do it. So I show them that you don't have to be a TV star to do this stuff. You just got to have the knowledge. And that's what I do, is just give them a little bit of the knowledge and build their confidence. And the rest is history. They take off. And it's not just John. Others are doing the same thing.
But you had in mind custom painting helmets.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was your thought process when he told you that?
Everybody's got their own little niche that they need to fall into. Mine was always motorcycles.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't going to interfere with anything I was doing, and so I'm here to help students. That's what we do here, is we educate.
So you brought a helmet in and you went to work, or how did it work?
We went through the steps just like everything else. I show them how to do a little pinstriping. I show them how to do some airbrush work, how to cut stencils, just different things that I've learned over the years. The people that are in this industry don't like to share their knowledge unless they're very successful. And nobody ever taught me anything. I always had to just struggle through and figure it out myself. So my thought was, why not give these students a leg up and show them how to do things? And just like John, he's been very successful at doing what he's doing. And his plan is, I'm sure in a few years, is to be on a full-time doing this for himself, have his own business.
Had you dabbled with trying to do custom painting of helmets before you took the class?
A little bit. I'd probably done maybe 10 helmets total. And like I said, I didn't have the confidence. I never thought my work was good enough. I never thought somebody would want my work. And we never actually worked on a helmet in class.
Oh, you didn't?
No. It was all just technique, and it was reassurance of, this is how you do fire, this is how you run a pinstripe. And I took all the knowledge that he provided me here and put it towards the helmets.
Very cool. So did you wait till the class was over to try your first one on a helmet?
I was actually working on a helmet throughout the class. I think I did bring it in, and I was like, "Hey, I'm struggling. What do you think here?" And he's like, "Well, try this," and just different stuff like that. And like you said, I'll probably maybe talk to him once a month, or if I got an issue, I'll call him and say, "Hey, I don't quite know how to do this. Can you help me out here?" And we usually talk over the phone. We'll see each other.
This is a cool story. John Sparano IV and Pat McKibben cut the custom painting class.
Custom painting.
And so how much improved are your helmets as a result of taking the class than what you were doing before you took the class?
Dramatically. It's like anything. The more you do, the better you get. My goal is to make the next helmet better than the previous. When I took the class, I think that year I did 6 or 8 helmets. Last year we did 50 helmets in an entire year. So it's a lot of work. There's a lot of sleepless hours, but the stuff that Metro Community College taught me has helped me so much that it's worth that maybe no sleep one night.
Sure.
Or you still got to get up in the morning and go to work. And
we were kidding earlier, you're like everybody else, you got 2 jobs too.
Yeah, you got 2 jobs too.
Well, let's talk about these helmets here. These are really, really cool.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
The 3 goaltender masks behind you, I did those this year for the University of Nebraska Omaha for their Division I hockey program. All 3 of those helmets were actually up in North Dakota this weekend when they played the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota. The guys were nice enough to let me borrow them for a day to have them here for this. So the other 2 racing ones behind me are just local dirt track racers. They race around the Midwest. It's kind of nice having the hockey and the racing. When the racing's going on and the guys are using their helmets, the hockey players are getting new helmets, so I'm working on those. And then once hockey starts, racing ends, so you start working on racing helmets. So
it's kind of 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons that overlap. Not a whole lot of overlap. So we stay busy with the 2 seasons.
And then you got what is the one on the end here?
The one on the end is just something that I did. It's for muscular dystrophy. They're doing an auction. They're going to auction that helmet off to the fire department people. And then the fire extinguishers are something other students have done just to show that John's not the only one that can do this.
Yeah.
With a little bit of knowledge, they did those for our fire science program and donated them to the fire science program, just as a gimmick to encourage students to come talk to them.
How artistically intuitive or talented do you need to be able to do this?
John had art classes. I've never had an art class. John encourages me to go take some art classes. As of last night, he said, "Hey, it might do you some good to go take some art classes." So I've never had an art class. I can copy almost anything out of a magazine or anything that's on a car, and so that's what I instill in students. Sometimes just get the knowledge that's out there, and then use your own intuitiveness to get to the level you want to be at.
Yeah. So what's the tool, the basic tool you use to do custom painting?
The tool I use is airbrushes.
Airbrushes.
And what an airbrush is, it's a little gun that you hold in your hand, and you press down for air, back for paint. So it's this motion like this, and the paint will come out. So you're really dusting paint on when you're doing like shadowing. There ain't a whole lot going. You can use what you call a mini jet, to spray bigger areas.
So do you have stencils then?
Oh, yeah.
On all of it?
Yeah.
Stencils,
Stencils.
masking, paper stuff. There's all different kinds of things. But that's what we do in classes. We show them the different tools that are out there, how to make their own. I show them how to cut their own stencils, so you don't have to be at the mercy of whoever's making them to make what you want. I show them how to cut out paper and use paper as stencils. I mean, there's some real simple techniques that you can do that really make things take off.
So you may think you can't do this, but maybe you
But
probably
maybe
can.
you can. Yeah, that's right.
Check out the class. Tell us a little bit about how much work goes in it. You alluded to the fact you're up late nights, but
Yeah.
how much time does a helmet like that take?
Like a goaltender's mask, we'll talk with the student athlete. We'll get their ideas, and then we'll formulate a digital proof. I may have 2-3 hours in formulating the proof. Once that's approved by them, the university, those helmets I probably got anywhere from 12 to 16 hours.
Wow, that's faster than I thought. I mean, that's still a lot of work.
He's a true artist.
Yeah.
And he's getting
6 months or a year.
faster at it. That's
Yeah.
what we noticed. That's what I noticed last night. He's getting quicker at it. So, with practice comes the knowledge to move faster.
Well, this is a great point about MCC, the variety and diversity of opportunity in terms of education. You can find what it is that you need to learn,
And
almost regardless of what you want to do.
And if you're a student with a plan, like John kind of had a plan of what he kind of wanted, and we'll help them with whatever their plan is and give them some direction and guidance and help them be successful.
And that was, not to interrupt you, but I took business classes, so that helps with the writing of invoices, with keeping track of that stuff. I took drawing classes. All that at MCC has helped formulate helmet head design. So those classes, were they fun like airbrushing? No. Were they a lot of work? Yeah, but I needed those to be able to be successful as well.
That's a great point. If you're going to do business and it involves airbrushing, you need some business too, probably.
That's right.
MCC, right? Yep. So tell us about some of your other students, Pat, the kinds of things that they were interested in. We kind of touched on this a second ago.
Other students. I mean, I've had auto collision students that come in and they want to be a frame guy. They want to be an estimator. They want to move on to something. They have this idea, and then we help them, give them guidance and show them the direction that they need to get to be successful. I mean, we've had a lot of successful students. What's nice in our program is some of our students are actually coming back now after graduating 10 years ago and actually helping teach here in the program and showing the students and actually encouraging them to move on with their career and showing them that you can do this. You just have to apply yourself. With anything out there, you just have to apply yourself and know what you want and be willing to make the commitment to get there. It's all about commitment. John's committed to custom painting. Other students are committed to the collision business.
Yeah.
That's where you become successful.
And you teach...
And I teach the collision also.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
Both. So this course, how long does it take to do it?
This was a 10-week course. We met for 4 hours a night for 10 weeks. And
once a week?
Once a week. And then, I throw a lot of information at them. Most of the students say, wow, you cover a lot of things. I couldn't hardly keep up. It's because it's a 10-week course. We try to make it affordable. A few move on, and take it to the next level. And that's what we're at. We're just out there to share information. But all of my students, even John, call me on a regular basis and say, okay, this is what I've run into. What do I do next? And so we just help them out. So it's like continuing ed all the time.
Sure. So it's a combination of conventional classroom to a degree, but a lot of hands-on, obviously.
A lot of hands-on.
Yeah.
Mostly hands-on.
Yeah.
You can't teach airbrushing out of a book. You can't teach custom paint out of a book. It's there.
So you're actually showing them how to do it.
Showing
it's all
them how to do it.
demonstration,
Yeah.
and it's all trial and error and how to.
So how has this changed your life, John?
It's changed it dramatically. It's made it fun to see your work in places, to have people come up to you and say, hey, great job, different stuff like that. So I love it.
The support, I'm going to interrupt you for a second, because the support, when he asked the hockey players, can I borrow a helmet? And all three of them fessed up their helmets right away. The race car drivers, they all think John's work is phenomenal, and they can't wait to get their next helmet, I'm sure. John does great work.
Very good. Very cool. Custom painting at MCC and helmet head design. Thanks much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us for another lively and fun session of Metro and More here at the ATC with MCC grad John Sparano IV and Pat McKibben, auto collision technology and custom paint instructor. And thanks to you for watching. Be on the lookout for more Alumni of Note interviews to be featured on Metro and More, brought to you by MCC's Friends and Alumni Network. I'm Kent Pavelka. If you have comments or questions about the program, please email us at metrovision@mccneb.edu. Thanks for watching.